gonna be real. I was not expecting to have like a normal video out today because I had a Doom video ready to go from yesterday that I went ahead and edited and everything. But man, I feel like I have to talk about this because as someone who keeps up with a lot of things going on in the gaming world, I feel like it is responsible for me to talk about this. Um, man, I don't even know where to start with this. I hadn't covered it yet just because I wanted everything to come out before I even did this. So that's kind of why I waited a little bit. Even though I'd already known about all of this for a little bit. But yeah, Marathon might be fucking dead in the water before it even gets to sail. That ship somehow was being built and it's already exploded and got hit by about 18,000 cannonballs, so it's kind of fucked out that gate. Um, but yeah, Marathon has been kind of I guess ruined at the moment. I don't know how else to explain it. No Bungie tell of tell of the times for Bungie at this point. But yeah, if y'all can't read here, Marathon has some art issues. Basically, a artist by the name of Anti-Real had made a post a couple of days ago on Twitter talking about how their assets that they have made, and art that they have made, had been stolen from Bungie and put into Marathon. And they showed all the art and everything like that, and it lined up of like, oh, that is clearly their art being put into something that they did not give permission to be put into. Um, and then on top of that, they also made a little bit of a post saying, also, Bungie art devs follow us as well. Or follow me as well. And it was a bit insane because they had never been reached out to by these artists or anything like that. And the lead artist for Marathon was also following this person. Um, they did a bit of a stream yesterday and kind of addressed things. It honestly felt a little bit half-assed. I don't know how that happens when it's something this serious, but if you all watched that stream seemed very like half-assed put together. And it was a lot to take in, man. I really don't know where to go from this point with this game. I was really excited for Marathon. I'm a big Marathon fan. As a Halo fan, I feel like you're kind of like you have to be a bit of a Marathon fan, just because a lot of OG Halo elements come from Marathon. And I was really excited for this game, not necessarily for the gameplay, but it was more like I thought the art was kind of cool. I was like, okay, this is a different type of art style. I don't think I've seen a game really pull this off before. But now learning that a lot of it has been plagiarized from someone else or just right out stolen from somebody else is kind of now a dampening on that. But I was more excited for the story than anything because Marathon's story has always been very interesting to me. There's a lot of really cool aspects to Marathon involving its lore and how the characters develop. And I was really excited for that personally. But man, at this point, like I don't know what's gonna have to happen. I personally, and I think a lot of people agree with me at this point. This game needs to be put on hold. This needs it needs a full reskin, buddy. I'm gonna be completely real with you because at this point, even if they get the plagiarized art out of the game, the art style that they are using for the game still is going to have that connection of this was stolen from somebody else, and you all did not work with this person. And I think at this point, Marathon needs it needs a reskin. Now, I'll be honest, I feel bad for a lot of the employees who had nothing to do with this because it definitely sucks. Something that you've put your time and effort and hard work into at a prestigious studio like Bungie, despite their flaws and so many of modern Bungie, it sucks for them. Now, for the people that were involved in this, looking at you, the art team, and the people that follow this person that allowed this to happen, I don't feel bad for you because you clearly stole someone else's hard work and just didn't give a fuck to do so. And yeah, this all got shipped through as well. So this bad look on Bungie as a whole. Like they quite literally allowed for this to happen, didn't stop, didn't take any notes, and just kind of shipped it out. Now listen, I didn't get to make any marathon content when the alpha was out because the fucking alpha didn't work for me. It was just absolutely broken. I could boot up the alpha as soon as I opened any other program, it would crash the whole fucking thing and I could not play it. So I didn't get to make any marathon content. I got to play it for about an hour. It was kind of fun. I agree with a lot of people's claims that it just feels like slow Destiny. It's really what it is. I'm not even kidding. The main character that I played, literally his ability was just the smoke bomb from the hunter in Destiny. And then half the other one, like the gunplay felt like slower Destiny. The shotguns act like shotguns in Destiny do. All the weapons do. Also, we won't get into the whole debacle of the aim assist on keyboard and mouse because holy fucking shit. Like, I've heard people complain about Infinite's M&K, like, aim assist. I don't think Halo Infinite is that bad. I think it actually allows for a pretty even playing field for anyone to pick up on M&K and be able to compete with controller pretty regularly. And you can turn it off, of course. You can do that same thing with the alpha. Yet again, I had a problem though that if I've touched any fucking setting in the goddamn game, it would crash it and it wouldn't save. It was terrible. Also, the key bindings for default are absolutely atrocious. I do not understand what the hell they were thinking with those key binds. Good on you, Bungie. But yeah, hopefully that gets fixed if this game ever comes out. But I'm at a point where I would be okay if it didn't at this point. Because honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't want a stain on the Marathon series. The Marathon series is fucking phenomenal. If you've never played the original Marathons, go on to Steam. They're all free. Go play them. They are phenomenal games. I cannot stress this enough. Go play the original Marathon series. It's so good. I would prefer this shit stain not be on there. I'm just gonna be completely honest. As someone who was excited for it, like genuinely, I was very excited for this game because, like I said, I loved Marathon. While the gameplay may not be the most intriguing to me, I had a feeling this story might be a banger, and it might keep me around for this game. And I had a feeling it would. Whenever I first booted up the alpha and they did like the whole like little like lore dump at the beginning, I was like, yo, this is kind of dope. You know, having like the system being called Oni and shit like that, I was like, that's really fucking cool. And I was really excited for that. But now seeing this, I'm like, fuck. I don't want that stain on a series that I have a lot of love for. Um, and I'll be honest, it's just really sad to fucking see because, like I said, I was really excited for this game. Like, genuinely. I was hoping that, okay, well, maybe they'll fix the gameplay elements before the full game comes out, and, you know, we'll see where it goes from there. Hopefully, they'll fine-tune some things and make it feel better. Maybe they'll add a solos mode, which would be very phenomenal for a game like this, because running as a solo, that shit was pretty, like, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, like, I'll be completely real. There are some really fun elements in this game. My favorite thing to do whenever I was playing the alpha for, like, about an hour and a half that I got to, I like to just like throw down a smoke bomb, going invisible, waiting for a whole team to run in at me, like trying to like find where I am, and then just mowing them down with an AR. That actually that felt very fulfilling for some odd reason, even though it felt like it took no skill because all I had to do was look in their general direction and my shots are hitting because the aim assist was so fucking insane, which was definitely a bit of a problem. I noticed it when I was like, okay, well there's aim assist on the AI, which doesn't really bother me. Like a non like playable character, like having aim assist on that, like doesn't hurt me. Like that doesn't bother me too much. I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck it, whatever. But noticing the aim assist on like an actual player, I was like, oh, that dude could not have won that fight. I was locked in on him. He couldn't have fucking evaded that. I was locked on him like a fucking missile. But yeah, I really don't know what Bungie can do to scrap this together because man, this is just a terrible look. I've criticized modern Bungie enough as is. I think they are genuinely bottom of the fucking barrel, scraping by at this point. And I've made it known to the Halo community itself because I know a lot of people love to complain about 343. Listen, dog, I would rather all the mistakes of 343 over any of the mistakes of modern Bungie. It is terrible with how they've treated Destiny, how they have now seemingly treated Marathon and stealing people's art. I'll take any of 343's minute issues, and I will gladly take them over what the fuck Bungie has pulled in recent years. If y'all don't know already, Bungie's in a pretty big lawsuit due to removal of content in Destiny 2, and that stain is not doing too well for them, and then they got this one as well. Yeah, so I would say Bungie is on a decline right now. They are going to have to do a lot, and I mean a lot of good to come back from this, I think. Both in the terms of Destiny and Marathon, because a lot of Destiny players have left as well to go play other games because, I'll be honest with you, you play Destiny 1, if you played it 10 years ago, or however long it's been at this point, you've played all of Destiny. Not a lot of gameplay has changed. It's kind of just the same will. And I've made that complaint many times. I have a friend who's really into Destiny. It's one of his favorite games, and he just loves Bungie games in general. I get the appeal for him. It's something that he just loves. He loves the Bungie formula. My biggest complaint is I'm like, dude, they just have not done anything fucking different. Every time a Destiny like content update comes out, it's the same fucking thing. There's minor changes in mechanics and raids, but overall, it's nothing to make me go, wow, that was really fun to do. You have the same party size. They never update the PvP as it seems. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen them release anything big for PvP in like 5-6 years at this point. And that really turns me away because I really always liked Destiny's PvP because I thought it was really interesting and fun, especially with the abilities. Because it kind of felt like a hero shooter to a degree, but missing everything that I fucking hate about hero shooters. It was fast. It felt like a traditional arcadey FPS with these abilities that made it really, really fun and like strategic, but they've never really expanded upon it. They've always left it as just like this baseline thing. And I know Bungie's never really cared about the PvP side of things. We know that with Halo. That's why, like, MLG Halo days were completely different than what they are now. And even just like Halo as a multiplayer experience in general is very different now compared to what it used to be. For better or worse, there's goods and bads from both of them. But man, Bungie is very much like scraping by at this point, it feels like. And it's disappointing to see. I grew up playing Bungie games. Rather, it was the classic Halo series. I played a lot of D1. I had like close to like 400 hours in D1, especially when Taken King came out, because I consider that kind of the pinnacle of Destiny. That was when the last time they really changed shit up and made it interesting to me. And ever since then, it's just kind of been And I got a fair share of hours into D2. I think I got like 200 hours in that game or so. And I like D2. It's fun, it's pretty, but it's basically just a looter shooter. And that's really it. I feel like they so heavily want that game to be an MMO slash an RPG, but are missing every single element that makes a good MMO RPG. Like, I'll be honest with you here, Bungie, because I know this game got some flack too, but I would say this game is actually significantly better, especially nowadays with all the things that they have changed, the things that they have updated, the things that they have fixed. Fallout 76 is a better RPG MMO experience than Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is just a baseline like looter shooter, but if I'm playing a looter shooter, why would I not just go play Borderlands? It's significantly more fun, and at least with Borderlands, they actually innovated their fucking game as time went on. Because if you've been by the streams, we're playing Borderlands 1 right now. That game is like abysmal and clunky as hell. And then you go play Borderlands 2, it's really polished, it has its refined art style. It feels really good. And then Borderlands 3, they kind of completely updated that, and it seems like with 4, they're doing the same fucking thing. They're actually updating the game and changing things so it's actually interesting to play. But when I hop on D2, I haven't played in 4 years, but I know if I hop on that fucking game, I'm gonna have the same experience that I had on fucking launch, and it's pathetic because nothing changes. Yeah, this is a bit of a rant video because Bungie might just be the most disappointing fucking developer of all developers right now. I'll be honest, EA's doing more interesting shit than you are. Ubisoft, a fucking company that I hate, they just recently kind of killed one of my favorite games that I loved last year, known as X-Defiant. I love that fucking game. It hit all the benchmarks for me because COD doesn't follow the arcadey style that I like anymore, and that game really halted on it, and I was like, okay, they kind of got something here. And they may have fucked up at some points, but it was fun. But I would rather go play a modern Ubisoft title than anything modern Bungie. I'm just going to be completely real with you. And it sucks because I love their fucking... I have the entire OG Halo collection right behind me. If I didn't love them, I wouldn't be making these fucking complaints. But I don't see it changing because I assume at this point, Bungie would rather just shoot itself in the foot than give a fuck. And honestly, they don't really seem to be listening to community feedback as well. I kind of expect that at this point from Bungie. It's just bad. It's really bad, and it sucks because I love that original trilogy you all did back there, despite Reach being fucking dog shit. And what I will say is the leading to the downfall of Halo. I've thought about doing a video on that, on how I think Halo Reach is what you all should be mad at, and who knows, I might do that in the future, but we won't get into that. But also, Halo 3 ODST is a fucking banger too, and honestly, that's when Bungie was at their peak. After that, they just kind of said, fuck it. Because I know some people like to hype up Destiny, but Destiny 1 year, like 1.5 to 2, was pretty fucking bare bones and boring. The Taken King brought it right back up for about a year, and then I just did not give a shit for like 4 years of what happened with Destiny after that. From what I know, Destiny 2, years 0 through 2 were pretty dog shit and boring. There was just nothing to fucking do. Then they added some DLCs like Forsaken and stuff like that. It was pretty good. Shadowkeep was pretty good. And then whatever the fuck, I think Beyond Light, was that the one they added? Europa? That one was pretty good. And then I just stopped playing again and haven't touched since then. because I literally have no reason to. They haven't changed anything. It's pretty bare bones and boring for a game that has been around for as long as Destiny. I do not understand how the fuck you make a game that's been around that long and you still have not added anything interesting to it in the last like 10 years. I just do not get that. It baffles me that people still play it. Like, listen, I love my best friend. I love Bradshaw more than anything, but dog, I do not understand how he puts that many hours into Destiny because, dude, that straight up just, I'm like, you do the same thing every day. And like, you can make the argument, I do the same thing with Infinite, but I have been playing Infinite for 10 years, and it's just an FPS that I like. I can kind of do whatever I want Infinite because there's a lot to do. I can play custom games. There's a whole bunch of shit in there, and I can have fun with it. I can go play ranked. I can go play FFA. But yeah, I have no hope for Bungie at this point, and that's really about it. This video's gone on way longer than I expected it to. But I'm hop out of here. I love you all, and I will catch you later.